Hey, welcome to Digging into the Bible. My name is Jim Barnard. This is a production of Tiller Coaching. All right, it's day 60, and we've got a decently long section. Really, it's going to be made longer by me tripping and stumbling over so many names, people's names and town names, and it's just brutal. I'm going to do the best I can. Probably harder than that is trying to figure out what to title today's podcast. Should it be Can't Stop, Won't Stop? Or, I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. I've been talking all day. My voice is a bit shot. So, you enjoyed it, and it's perfect. So, you'll see why. With that as the backdrop, let's go ahead and dig in. This is Acts chapter 20, starting at verse 1. After the uproar ceased, Paul sent for the disciples, and after encouraging them, he said farewell and departed for Macedonia. When he had gone through those regions and had given them much encouragement, he came to Greece. There he spent 3 months, and when a plot was made against him by the Jews as he was about to set sail for Syria, he decided to return through Macedonia. Sopater, the Berean, son of Pyrrhus, accompanied him, and of the Thessalonians, Aristarchus and Secundus, and Gaius of Derbe, and Timothy, and the Asians, Tychicus and Trophimus. These went on ahead and were waiting for us at Troas, but we sailed away from Philippi after the days of unleavened bread, and in 5 days we came to them at Troas, where we stayed for 7 days. On the first day of the week, when we were gathered together to break bread, Paul talked with them, intending to depart on the next day. And he prolonged his speech until midnight, and there were many lamps in the upper room where we were gathered. And a young man named Eutychus was sitting at the window, sank into a deep sleep as Paul talked still longer. And being overcome by sleep, he fell down from the 3rd story and was taken up dead. But Paul went down and bent over him, and taking him in his arms said, "Do not be alarmed, for his life is in him." And when Paul had gone up and had broken bread and eaten, he conversed with them a long while, until daybreak, and so departed. And they took the youth away alive, and were not a little comforted. But going ahead to the ship, we set sail for Assos, intending to take Paul aboard there, for so he had arranged, intending himself to go by land. And when he met us at Assos, we took him on board and went to Mytilene. And sailing from there, we came the following day opposite Chios. The next day we touched at Samos, and the next day after that we went to Miletus. For Paul had decided to sail past Ephesus, so that he might not have to spend time in Asia, for he was hastening to be at Jerusalem, if possible, by the day of perplexion, or Pentecost. Blizzow. Whew! I got through it. It wasn't pretty, but just a few things here. Like, obviously, Luke has joined back up with all these people with amazing names. So Luke's back in the mix. You just kind of saw things go back to first person. He's including like we language. And so that's cool. But this whole circumstance where Paul is, everyone's gathering and they're going to break bread together. And Paul's like, hey guys, I just got a few things to say. And those few things turn into a lot of things. You have to remember, like, Paul has gotten really good at bringing the word and speaking aloud. And you can just imagine, like, he can't stop, won't stop. See what I'm saying? He's just going for it, and it's going, and it's going, and it's going. And I don't get the sense that it's really probably that boring for everyone. Some of these younger men are like, oh man, I'm overwhelmed by it. Like, it almost feels like Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane. Like, you can't stay awake, guys. Like, come on, this is important. Well, I think a lot of these disciples are activated in this, but this Eutychus guy, man, I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. What are you doing by the windowsill, man? You are so tired, like you are not enduring this. And it's so good, like you're missing out. Paul is just going on, and this man like falls to his death. But honestly, it's murky. Like, did he actually die? And Paul restored him back to life, or was he not actually dead? I don't know. I'm there's really no strong indication either way. But so Paul, whether this man's healed or not, goes back upstairs, and then I don't think he delivers a message, but he continues to talk all night. Truly, he can't stop. He won't stop. He is so on fire. He is so filled with the Holy Spirit. He's like, I don't even need to sleep. Like, let's get after this. And then, they set sail, and Paul begins to, I think, recognize some of these things about himself. And he's like, man, I want to stop at Ephesus because, I had so much success there, and, there's probably so much happening there. But I know that I won't be able to stop, so let's just keep it moving because I want to make it to Jerusalem by the day of Pentecost. By the way, I'm recording this on what day today is? Is the third? No, it's the 13th of May, and in 10 days we're going to be celebrating the day of Pentecost, the day of perplexion, whatever, Blazau. So May 23rd is that day. That's coming up. That's cool. Okay, that's enough. I think I did a good job. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening to me sing. I will see you tomorrow as we continue on with Acts chapter 20. I'll see you then.